Right, now, see if this works. This live stream is brought to you by Fifine, which means that we're going to have ourselves a number of Fifine products. I think we have 9 in total. So, let me get the ticker on as well, because you're already listening to one of the products at the bottom of the screen. Now, what you're listening to now is the Fifine K688 microphone. There are a number of these products on sale today. Some really good savings to be had. HT, welcome, mate. How are you, bud? Flat, mate. I think we need to do it one more time. I'm proud that we got this going. So, I'll turn it off for a moment. Are we ready for this? I need to leave it 5 seconds or so. Here we go. There we go. Brought to you by Fifine, and it creeps into the top corner. Oh, I've been a busy boy. I really have. I'm doing a stream for Fifine. I'm doing 2 streams for Fifine. We're doing one today. We're doing one tomorrow. Beautiful. Beautiful. So yes, we got a number of products on sale. Even some of them that are not on the big Prime deal sale, they've still got a percentage off. I've just been going through some of the products on Amazon. So, first one we've got is the old trusty, the usual, the K688, which is the microphone that I'm always using. I use this for everything. So if I create content, I'm using this. If I'm shouting at teammates when I'm playing stuff like Apex Legends, this is what I'm using, the good old K688. Now, the good thing about this mic is that it is XLR and USB, which means that if you haven't got a mixer desk like this one, which I will show you shortly, you can just connect it directly through the USB cable. USB-C on the back. Other end of the cable is USB-A, which means that it's going to work in your PCs, your Macs. It will also work in PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, but not Xboxes. None of the microphones we will show today work in an Xbox, but they will all work in your PlayStation 4s and 5s. Which, to be fair, I should probably mention that to my brother, because he's always on his PS5. Should tell him about these. But thank you, HT. Now, well-built microphone. You don't get a stand with this, so you will need your own stand or your own boom arm like the one we've got it mounted on now. You do get a converter in the box, which means that if you've got a boom arm, you got the microphone, the converter's there ready. So just slam it onto a boom arm like we have, and it performs extremely well. I love this microphone. Now, you're currently listening to it through my Go XLR Mini, which means I've got some equalization settings on there, which means it just kind of makes it sound a little bit better. You can do that with software in stuff like OBS. You can get yourself a plug-in and you can do all that using the USB connection, so you don't need XLR to make it sound like this. We do get a mute button. I'm just going to rotate it, so sorry if this makes a noise. Ooh. Okay, you should be able to see there a little green button. That is our mute button. Now, because I'm running this through my mixing desk, when I mute, you should still be able to hear me. I need to double check on my OBS, just in case it has completely muted. No, we're still going. So if you run it through a mixing desk, you lose that functionality. If you're running through USB, that works. Let's just re-enable it, because I'll forget to do it. A cheap boom arm is like 10 quid or so. Yeah, you can get some very cheap boom arms now. I think the one I'm using now is fairly cheap, about like $20, something like that. And it does the job. Now, it comes in its own shock mount. You don't need to install that. Once you take it out of the box, you're good to go. Just put it on a stand or a boom arm, and we are ready to rock and roll with it. Now, you do get volume controls on the back as well. One for the gain for the microphone. The other one is for audio monitoring. So if you want to plug some earphones, headphones into this, you can listen to yourself speak. No delay whatsoever from you speaking to what you hear in your headphones. I personally don't use that feature, because I have enough of my voice anyway. I don't need to hear it on loop. But yes, this is what it is sounding like. Oh, let me show you the USB as well. Let me just enable that. And here we are. This is the USB connection you're listening to now. So completely bypassing the mixer. This is going direct to my PC. So there's no filters or anything on this at the moment. This is the raw audio. So if you're going through USB on your PlayStation or PC, this is what it will sound like. Not with my voice, but it will sound something like this. So it's great because you can start with USB and then you can upgrade in the future and think, do you know what? I fancy a mixer desk. You don't need to change your microphone because you've got USB and XLR on this mic. Let me go back to my XLR. There we are, back on the old XLR. So you should have been able to detect a little bit of a difference with the way it sounds. Now, prices. That's the main thing. Now, this is currently not on the big Prime deal, but you can save some money. So at the moment, $72.99, which I personally think is a good price anyway, regardless. But there is a little tick box there to knock another 10% off. So not bad at all for a USB/XLR microphone. And as I say, this is what I'm using for literally everything. And I'll probably use it again later for a little bit of Apex Legends, where I'll start crying down the microphone because I've just been absolutely destroyed. Now. Shall we move on to the next one? Do you know what? Let's go wireless. Let's go wireless, because then it means I can start showing things to this other camera. And it'll just look better. So let's do a switcheroo. And then we'll go on to the Fifine AM8 microphone. Let's select it on the old carousel. Now, yes, Welshie, how we doing, dude? Yeah, I was just telling people that when I shout at you on Apex Legends, that's the microphone you can hear me through. Okay, so let's change the ticker, because we've now gone wireless. Now, obviously, the huge benefit of a microphone like this is that it's wireless, which means I can just wander off if I want to, and we could just stream from here, couldn't we? Oh, nice and relaxed. Yeah, so this is your Fifine AM8 microphone. It comes with the receiver, which is USB-C, which means you can connect it to an Android device. It should work now on the new iPhones, because they've gone from Lightning to USB-C, haven't they? So it should work in that as well. If you've got yourself an older iPhone, it will work in that, but you need 2 converters for it to work. If you want to know which converters you need, drop me a message and I will quickly research it for you. I did find it in a previous stream. Now, completely made of plastic. I feel bad sitting over there. Felt quite comfortable. Made of plastic, but I think it's seriously good. Back on top of the world, COVID's gone. Oh, I'm glad you're feeling better, dude. Are you on later as well? Now, let me give you a close-up on this microphone. You can see my nice Canaluk sign as well. So, very small microphone. We do have ourselves a wind filter on top. We have a clip on the back to attach it to ourselves. Little blue light, which means that we are connected. If that's flashing, it means that it just hasn't found the connection with the receiver. But obviously, static blue light means we are working. The power button on the side, which also doubles up as the mute button. So if I was going to do the very silly thing of continuing to talk while it was muted, but it turned red to say that you are muted. Best audio is handheld, but if you do want to attach it to yourself, I did have a little play around with this, and I found that kind of here, for me personally, was probably the best place. Yep, six-ish is fine, dude. Works nice. It's very good. Now, don't think you need to have it connected to a computer like we have. I've used this on my Samsung phone, S21. Didn't have to install anything for it to work. It might be a little bit different if you've got a Xiaomi Poco phone. I know some of those need open camera, but if you're rocking a Samsung like I am, works great. no messing about whatsoever. And obviously this is the audio. It just means that we can walk around and get consistent audio. That's the main thing. Like if I use a microphone like this, then I walk over there, obviously the audio is going to decrease because I'm nowhere near the mic. But because this is permanently attached to me, consistent audio all day long. Now you do get 6 hours of battery life on it as well from a full charge. Oh, I never showed you as well. It charges through USB-C, which is on the bottom. So on the bottom there, USB-C. And you do get the cable in the box as well to charge it up. You need to enable, here we go, HT's on it. The OnePlus audio phones, you may need to enable the OTG option to use that microphone. There we go, HT has got it all sorted. So make a note of that. Now I feel like I was about to say something else and I forgot what I was about to say. I was going to show you prices, weren't I? Okay. Now this is $29.99 for a wireless microphone, and for one that I personally think sounds good like this. Absolute steal. Now, no sale on this unfortunately, but to be fair, $30 is a great price, it really is. So, basic stuff here. 2.4 gigahertz is how it connects wirelessly. USB Type-C to charge it up. Compatible with phone and tablet. Now, it doesn't mention PC there, but this is connected to my PC. You can connect it through the USB-C, or you can put a USB-C to USB-A converter on there, which is what I've done. Plugged it in, worked perfect. Didn't need to install anything, it's completely plug and play. Your PC will automatically detect it, and you're just ready to go. So $29.99. You can get up to, if you're indoors, 65 feet of range. If you're outdoors, you get 50 feet of range. I wouldn't imagine you'd need to be much further than that for recording pretty much anything. How was your weekend? It's been fine, mate. Not too bad. Just the usual work, the usual filming, editing, all that good stuff. But how's things, well, what have you been up to? And I can continue to use this microphone a little bit, because I will show you some more microphones. Now, I'm just having a look, see what's on sale, and we'll leave those. Actually, do you know what? No. Let's do a sale item, just because I want to use the super sale. Right, okay, we're going with the Fifine A6V microphone. Nice little RGB number right here. Now, this microphone has got some things for how cheap it is, and especially how cheap it is today. It's got some features on there which I prefer on this compared to some of the more expensive ones. I saw your last stream but couldn't stop by it. Mate, it's not a problem at all. But I do appreciate you being here, I really do. I appreciate everyone who rocks up to my live streams. Okay. I think we should just tell you the price to begin with. The price on this at the moment, today, you got 30% off, $27.99. It's a ridiculous price. I'm just going to quickly load the listing up for you. A6V. Right, okay. Here it is here. $27.99. Ridiculous price. Now, there are different colours available as well. There's blue, pink, white. You can get one even cheaper as well. There's a red version, which is $26.34, so even cheaper. Crazy prices. Now, let's quickly run through what I like about it, and if I've got any issues with it as well. We appreciate you taking the time to create a live stream. Thank you, Calvin. That is very kind of you, buddy. Right, now, good thing, we have RGB lights. Now, I know everybody doesn't like RGBs, but if you do like them, you get them with this. Now, you don't have any control over the RGBs on this, which I suppose, because it is one of the cheaper models from Fifine, they've got to cut back somewhere. So the colour sequence you're seeing there is, that's what you get, basically. You can't change that. But good things as well. For such a cheap mic, it's crazy some of the stuff that you get with this. We do have the mute button there, which when we mute, it turns the lights off. Now, I prefer that over the more expensive stuff, where we have the light on top, but that's just personal preference. I imagine a lot of people prefer the little light on top and their RGB can continue to glow. But for me, I quite like that that is off, because I've started so many streams with a muted microphone. That indicates immediately to me that my mic's not working. Enable that. We get a wind filter on the front as well. That is already pre-installed in the box. You get the shock mount. That is already pre-installed as well. No messing about with that. We have volume control, which once again, something I really like on this mic is the positioning of this volume button. Right on the bottom of the microphone. Easy accessed. I love it. Now on the back, connects through USB-C. We don't get any audio monitoring with this microphone. Like I say, they need to cut costs somewhere. So no audio monitoring, which for me personally is fine, because I don't really use the audio monitoring myself. And because they've had to cut costs, the stand is not the best in the world, but it does get the job done. But the good thing about this is that it is a 5/8 of an inch thread on the bottom, which means you can just get rid of this stand and buy yourself a more heavy duty one. And honestly, you'll listen to the audio quality on this in a moment. And I'm hoping you like it, because somebody has just commented as well, and they've bought this. And I says, please get back to me and let me know your thoughts on it. And they've got back and said it sounds great. So I think we need to let you have a listen to this little A6V. Hello, hello, testing, testing. Okay, what you're listening to now is the Fifine A6V. This is $27.99. Is there a sound via the audio when you mute and unmute the mic? On this one, I can do that right now for you. So if I mute it now. Okay, could you hear anything? You might have heard my hands as I've just pulled it away. I'll try not to get my hand on it. Is that okay? Yeah, I know what you mean. I've had a few in the past where you mute and unmute and it does a click sound. There's a slight noise. Okay. Yeah, obviously I can't hear that. But there is a slight noise. Let's have a little swig of the good old Luke soda. Okay, so what do we think of the audio on this? Now, if somebody hasn't got a microphone and they're looking for their first mic, this is the one I recommend, because it's USB, plug and play, plug it in, don't need to do anything, automatically gets detected. And the thing is with this as well is that you can actually upgrade that stand if you find it's a little bit too flimsy. So I think it performs extremely well. Obviously you get the pop filter on the front as well. It's in a little shock mount. Now it is plastic, it is very plasticky, it's very lightweight. But I know a lot of people have said how good this microphone sounds, and when I've listened to this back, it's been awesome. So I highly recommend one of these if you've not got yourself a mic. If you touch it lightly, then nothing. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've got 2 legs on my mouse mat and 1 off the mouse mat. That's probably not helping. We can turn the lights off when we mute the mic. So you will need the RGBs running on this one when it's working. But yeah, we can unscrew it as well, so we can tilt it forwards and backwards. I'll do that now. I'll leave the mic enabled though, so you'll hear me messing around. I'll try not to do it too loudly. There we are, so we can tilt it. We can tilt it all the way back if we want to. Tilt it all the way forward. So I think I'm supposed to have it kind of facing upwards a little bit, like that. It is a condenser microphone. Best audio is going to come through the front. I will do a little white noise test so you can have yourself a listen. Let me just find my YouTube white noise. Okay, so we'll start at the front where the main audio will come from. We'll rotate round so you can have yourself a listen. Okay, hopefully that came through okay. So yes, your best audio through the front. It will pick up some from the sides. It will pick a little bit up from the back as well. So if you're typing on a keyboard, ideally you don't want this too close to the keyboard because it will pick that noise up. If you're trying to eliminate that background noise, you're probably better going for a dynamic microphone like that one. Or I have got another one I will show you in a moment. How did it cook? Just, I think they appreciated the effort that was going in. I begged them. I was on my hands and knees. I was crying. Go, welcome, buddy. How are you, mate? Right, so what do we think? $27.99. Is that a good price for this mic? Please tell me that it is, because I personally think it's awesome. And I mean, I sound like a right salesman. I don't mean to be. But I think for how cheap it is, I think it sounds good. Stop for a late lunch. Oh, what are we having for lunch, girl? Did they contact you? We was, I met them on the street corner. I got them in headlock. I was like, you better sponsor a stream. No, I will come and chat to you about it. If I like it would be good. The audio is amazing. Yeah, well, we've got... Do you know what? Let's show you the other one as well. Now, we've got one that's a little bit more expensive. Now, I think this has got... Let me find it. Let me find it. Fifine A8 will be the next one. Yes, yes, yes. We got a coupon. We have a coupon. Now, let me bring this one over. Now, this one might be more to your liking, Calvin, because we can turn the lights off on this. And we have full control over the RGB lights as well. Let me just select it on the carousel. Girl's having a Twix. Lucasade. Mate, I've not had a can of Lucasade for quite a while. And I popped to the shops today and saw it. I was like, I'm having you. In sharing the detail. I will share it, mate. I'll do it on another stream. I will have a chat with you. Okay, now, a few differences between these two. One is price. So let's get this out the way immediately. I've got my room ticker on as well. So we're still listening to that one at the moment. Now, at the moment, this is $46.99. But you can apply this 8% off. Bring that price down. There is the black version, which is the one that we've got. There is a pink. There is a white. Those are $1 extra. There is another one as well where you can start selecting different polar patterns. That's $56.99. I don't have that one, unfortunately. So this is the one we're looking at. $46.99. But yeah, don't forget to use that voucher, that coupon. Save some dollars. My £600 life had me sobbing. Oh, that's not good. Why, because a person looked like me on the bed. Okay, so differences. Slight difference in height between the two. So the cheaper mic is smaller in stature. This one is a little bit bigger. Now, we do get a more robust stand. Now, it is all made of plastic still. We got this stand which has got something on the bottom, which it shouldn't have. Just filth off my desk. So we've got this rubber bottom, which means it's not going to cause any scratchy steel surfaces. Big plastic stand. We have the RGB lights, which on the back here we do have a button, which means that we can go through all these different light sequences. So we do have a light sequence which is kind of like this one, where it will just begin to blend the colours. We can tap that button and we can do a static sequence, so it will go through each of the static colours one by one. It'll just rotate forever until the microphone dies, which luckily this one hasn't died. Or you can select your own colour. Yeah, I think I should probably go with that purple. There we go, kind of blends with the background. So push of a button, we can select what light we want. Now the mute button on this, let me show you, is one of those ones with the light on. So if we tap it, we get the red light, which means we are muted, but you still have your RGB light on there. So that is a difference between the two. See, I kind of prefer the cheaper one when the lights go out. Other people would prefer that one because at least the RGBs are still going. Dr. Nick, has he? Didn't kill them, but they're not alive. That's not good. Now, this, oh yes, something else you get as well. You do get audio monitoring on this microphone. It connects through USB-C, USB-A into your computer, and you get the 3.5mm jack on the bottom, which means you can plug in some headphones or earphones and monitor the audio. Audio monitoring's perfect on all these mics, the ones that have got the feature. No delay from what you can hear to when you speak. You get the wind filter, you get the shock mount as well, and just a better stand in general. So you are paying a little bit extra for a better build design. But I think we should have a listen to the mic, which is this one right here. Accidentally missed the unmute button. So what you're listening to now is your Fifine A8 microphone. Now the volume controls for the gain is on the back of the mic. Sorry if I'm making noise when I lift this up. So on the back of the mic here is where the gain knob is. So on the cheaper mic, I actually prefer the positioning on the volume control as it's directly on the bottom. But once again, all down to personal preference. So a little bit larger in size. Again, works in PCs, Macs, PS4s, PS5s. The same with any of these microphones. And this is the audio you can get from it. Eric man. Hello, buddy. Welcome, mate. Absolute pleasure. How is life? The $46 one seems nice. I think they're all good. I really do. Not even saying that because it's fine. I actually like all these mics. It's worked out great because I've kind of promoted these for God knows how long. Right on. See, Eric man, got your little name on the stream, dude. Does the $46 one has a no? A no? What do you mean a no? Bear with me. Also, is the white noise via the headphone when it's a good question. And I've got some earphones. So let me have a listen. Because obviously it's going to pick up whatever that microphone can hear. But let me have a little listen. Hello, hello, hello. No, can't hear any. I can hear my voice. It's horrible. Oh, God, it's horrible. Hello, hello, hello. I can't hear any white noise. Let me just try and turn my gain. Oh, my gain's on full now. I can't hear anything. Just my horrendous voice. Like I think we just get the one Now we only get the one control on this, which is for the gain of the microphone. Hello, Cinder. How you doing? You getting involved on the stream? Cat's wondering about. Eric Manpoint doesn't sound too bad. Mika, how we doing, man? Which one do you prefer out of these two? See, they both got benefits. RGB wise, this one, because I got control of the RGBs. The fact that I can mute this and it turns that light off, I like that. For the stand, this one. For audio quality, when I've listened back, I think this performs way out of its league for how cheap it is. Volume control, I prefer this one because it's just directly on the bottom. But this one is built better than this one. So there's pros and cons to both. It just depends on budget, really. If I do miss anything in chat as well, just copy and paste it. I don't mean to miss anything in chat, but I'm an old man. I struggle. It's a good price for a pop filter shop. Yeah, mate, I think it's really good. Like you say, you got the RGBs, pop filters. They're on the stands as well. They're good. I like them. But yeah, audio. There's no audio monitoring control on this one. Literally just the gain. Horrendous. Give over. There's a yes. There is. There is currently a 8% off. There is. So if you do buy this, just make sure you tick that box. Save yourself some dollars. But right, what else should we look at? Let's have a. I'll tell you what. Let's have a look at one without the RGBs. Because I know it's not for everyone, is it? I was unsure if I should buy the F-Juice until I saw your review. That one's good as well. Like I'm not going to knock any other brands. I've used that one and it sounded great. HT, so no HT, no problem, mate. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is a Sony camera. I've got two, both A6400s. It is good old Sony. I want to upgrade it, to be honest. I want to go for the A6700, but it just costs too much. Found out. Do you know what, Welshie? I've seen it. I've saw that mouse. I've got a twitchy finger. I was very tempted. Right, let me go back to my wireless mic just so I can move these out of the way. Right, back on the wireless. Yeah, for the people who weren't here earlier, we've looked at a few other microphones so far. And the one you're listening to now is my little wireless one. Which, obviously, if you're recording stuff on a mobile device, I've got it connected to a PC. This is a good chance to do this because my cat's wandering around, so I should be able to continue speaking. Come on, Sins, do you want to go out, mate? Do you want to come out, Sins? No, we having a standoff. Hello. You alright? Nah, she's wandering around. She's going to steal my chair. Oh, man. See, this is where I need this wireless mic now because I've got no chair. She stole it. Can I have my chair back? No, you're just setting up. Okay. Shall I have the £5 stool? Come on then, let's move you back. Okay, you all good? Oh, here we go. Look how short we are now. I am from March. Is that supposed to be Mars? Or maybe March is somewhere I've just never heard of. Right, okay, well, I've lost my chair. So let's continue on. Let's remove that. Let's go to that. So yes, bottom of the screen, that's just telling you which microphone we are currently using. People may need to shout at me because I tend to forget to change that. Now, this is the microphone that I did do a review on. And then I came back to get the microphone and it had disappeared. I was like, where's that microphone gone? The wife had took it, connected to her PC. She just took it from me. Where are you from? I'm from Earth. No, I'm from the UK, buddy. Where are you from? Yeah, Calvin, she's took my chair. I've got this IKEA stall now. Can I connect the FSU straight to my camera? I don't think so. Oh, then again, depends. Because it's USB as well. If your camera's got USB-C and can accept external microphones, then chances are it should work. You may need to go into your camera settings though to just configure it. But no, it's not. Obviously, the XLR's not going to work. Right. Okay, so the microphone that I had stolen from me. So no RGBs on this one. We do have one light on the front, which is where we can mute the mic. Let's bring it over here so you can have a little look. Now, this is the Fifine A6V. This is possibly the loudest microphone I've ever heard in my life. Now, it connects through mini USB, so the older standard of USB. You do get that in the box, so don't worry about going out and buying one because you've got one. We do have a mounting hole there to mount it onto a boom arm. You do get the converter in the box. We get the 3.5mm jack for the audio monitoring. Very well built stand. So of the microphones I've shown so far, this is the most solidly built one. You should be able to hear that. So it's all made of metal. Microphone is made of metal as well, so seriously well built. On the back, we have the gain control for the mic. Now, can we see that? Can we see how low we've got this? Can I get that in focus? Can you see that we're pointing there? Now we can go like all the way around here. I will show you this in a moment. We'll put it to around there. So probably 25%, something like that. We do get controls for the audio monitoring as well. So if you want to monitor the audio with some 3.5mm earphones or headphones, you've got full control over that. Could I buy an XLR to audio jack converter? You can. I'm just not sure if it would work in your camera. May work in a PC, but on a camera I'm not 100%. So I wouldn't quote me to say it will work. It's not something that I've done. I'm from Marsh with Elon, enjoying your life. I'm glad you are enjoying it. Now, the front of the mic is here. So where this button is to mute the mic, that is the front of the microphone there. Now, this is currently... Actually, do you know what? Let's just enable the mic so you can have a listen. Hello, hello, hello. Now, remember that the volume control is, what was it, 25%, if that. Now, I can see I'm kind of touching the top of the yellow on my OBS. So you can... I could probably turn this up. I could go and move to Japan, start talking. This microphone would probably hear me. It is ridiculously loud. What audio mixer do you prefer? I've actually got a mixer I will show in a moment. Now, I'm currently using a Go XLR Mini just for the fact that I've got equalization on there. If you don't need the equalization, I've actually got a very cheap mixer desk I will show you in a moment. So, oh, ticker. Get rid of that. There we are. K678. Now, this is currently $39.99 and you can save another 5% on top. As I say, this is the microphone that my wife's using now. When she does any kind of Zoom calls, when she shouts at me if we play PUBG together, this is what she's using. And if you're not a fan of the RGB lights, then this would be the most suitable for you. Seriously well built. It's one of those, if I drop this on the floor, I'm probably going to crack my floor in before it breaks the microphone. It is that well built. No RGBs. Beautiful. Now, you do get a red light when you mute the mic. Actually, can you tell, does it make a noise if I mute the mic? I'm going to try not to move it too much. Did that make much of a noise then? It's not something I actually really check if it makes noises. Unless it's very obvious that it's horrendously loud. A small noise. Yeah, I thought it might be a small noise. So yeah, $40. And as I say, the only time I get to use this mic is if I do a live stream to kind of show it off. Otherwise, it's plugged into the wife's PC. I don't see it. Because to be fair, back in the day when I tested this, I was like, that's a good mic. I'm going to use that for myself. No chance. I'm from Bangladesh. Have a good day, bye. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Have yourself an amazing day. Just a tiny pop click, not too loud. Good. I'm glad it's not kind of blowing people's ears off. So yeah, USB mic as well, so obviously no XLR functionality on this. Do get the audio monitoring. You can mount it onto boom arms as well. It will do the job. How to connect? Ooh, do you know what? Yo! How you doing, brother? Welcome. I have never connected a mixer to a camera, so I'm probably not the best person to kind of help you. I'd probably just look on YouTube, see if there's a way to do it. Let's get your name on stream, buddy. Oosh. There you are. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do a double whammy. I'm going to show you a microphone and a mixing desk. But let me go back to my wireless mic while I show this, if I remember how to do it. There we are, back on the old wireless. Let's change the ticker at the bottom of the screen. How do you record them? How I record at the moment is I use Audacity on my PC, so my microphones are hooked up to my computer. So I record on my camera if I'm sitting here. I will also record in Audacity at the same time as this, and then I will join the audio together. So I've normally got a microphone plugged into my camera to pick my voice up. Then when I use Adobe Premiere, it allows me to synchronise the two audio recordings so they're in time, so my voice isn't kind of not matching my mouth. But that's the way I do it. Right, okay. Let's have a look at this. Now, this is something I've just started playing around with, which is the SC3 mixing desk, which I've just tapped one of the buttons. So if you like RGBs, you'll absolutely love this. It's very colourful, to say the least. So let's try and give you a bit of a look of the colours here. Oh, let me move it on the carousel as well. I forgot again. Now, this is a crazy price. I'm going to tell you in a moment. To be fair, if you're on Amazon, you'll be able to see how much this is. Now, this connects through USB-C. So one cable to power it, deliver all the data as well. Now, can I get these in focus? So on the back of this, we've got 3.5mm jacks for the line out. The headphones are lined in, headset, and we can also connect an XLR microphone or a 1/4" microphone. And we can select, sorry, I think my hands are cocking the focus up. Go on, get in focus. Play the game. So we do have a switch here. There we are. So dynamic or condenser. So you can select what microphone you are using, whether it's a dynamic or a condenser microphone. I'll be too confused trying to do separate audio. I will learn one day. This is actually fairly easy, because you don't get equalization on this, but I will show you this in action. Now, if you do have a microphone which needs phantom power, you can actually tap this button to enable it. So if I tap it, that is phantom power enabled. So if one of these buttons are white, that means that you've enabled it. So if I want to mute this one, mute that one, when they go white, that means that that is active. Now, it's got some nice features like a voice changer, which I will show you in a moment. Now, these lights, you can change them as well. If you don't like the lights, we can hold it down and just not have any lights whatsoever playing. But I quite like lights. So we've got this mode, which is going to blend between all the different colours. We got another one, which is, there we go, it breathes. So once again, it's going to go through all the different colours. It'll leave it on there for a few seconds, blend to another colour. We got this one where the light will just kind of rotate around and change. And we've got the options where we can just select our own colour. There we are. So that should kind of match my background a little bit. How much is that mixer? Well, I will tell you. I will tell you. Let me load it up and show you. SC3. Now, oh, I forgot to do the old super sale. This is currently $39.99. Ridiculous price. Really is. Now, if you're coming from something like a Go XLR, you're probably not going to go down to this. But if you need a mixing desk and you're just starting streaming, very, very good place to start. Now, I think we need to plug a microphone in, don't we? Which is going to work out quite well because I've got this one here. Oh, sorry, I've just hit my wireless microphone with the XLR cable as well. Oh yeah, let me just show you as well. So on the back, as well as XLR, this port on the back here allows you to plug one of those in, which I think is a 1/4" jack. So you can plug one of those in, or you can just plug the good old XLR cable in there. Now, I will show you this microphone using the Go XLR Mini as well, because obviously that's got all equalisation, so I can adjust the way the microphone sounds. Right, let's see if we can fire this up. Right, let me disable my wireless mic. Testing, 1 2 1 2. Hopefully that's coming through. And this is, well, it's very difficult because I can't select two things on my carousel. It's an amazing price. It's the cheapest I've seen it. So since I've had it, I've been keeping an eye on the price, and that is the cheapest I've seen it. $39.99 for a mixing desk is ridiculous. Sounds good. Switching between cameras is sweet. Say it longer. No problem, buddy. I hope all goes well at parent evening, and we'll have to have a catch up soon, dude. Thank you for stopping by. Coming through nice and clear. So yeah, everything you're listening to now is through. Let me change my ticker. Let's get rid of that one. We are listening to the Fifine AM8. Once again, it's a XLR and a USB-C microphone. But let me show you this here. So you'll be able to see there that my little volume control is going up every time I speak. I can actually monitor the audio on this as well. So what I can do is plug in my earphones into my headphones slot. Now obviously you won't be able to hear this, but if I, ooh, can we see here? If I, ooh, I've just hit the microphone. If I press that, I can hear my voice now, which once again is not great. So you can monitor the audio with this as well. We've got these sliders, so I can actually turn that up and down. So if I'm monitoring the audio and it's too loud, I can literally just pull the slider down and make things a lot more quiet. Same with the microphone. So I'm currently on max volume there. I can start bringing this down and talking, and it should go. So once again, if you are streaming and you need to quickly turn your microphone up or down, just do it with these sliders. Really good, really good. Honestly, it's awesome price, awesome price. But we do get extra things as well. How long you started? I started, I don't know how long I started. Probably, I want to say, 50 minutes. 50 minutes, that's when I started. What's the best deal you found on a Fifine product? To be fair, that mixer for like $39.99 is a great price. The microphone that's $27.99. I don't even know how they make money on stuff like that, because it must cost a little bit to kind of get it all manufactured. So if you've not got yourself a mic and you need something, that $27.99, the A6V, is an absolute steal. And you can see the audio. You can see the audio. But what I can do as well is I've got a little voice change on here,
which means I can enable that, and this should be the male voice. Hopefully it makes me sound a little better than what I normally do. Or we can go
over, and this is the female voice, which, when I had a quick listen, kind of sounds like, Quagmire. Giggity, giggity. Sounded a little bit like him. We also have
the robot voice. Now I really should be monitoring the audio here, because hopefully this is working. Let me know in the chat if this is actually working. We also have a monster voice, so if you want to go on stream and pretend that you're, I don't know, Frankenstein monster, you can use this one.
We've also got a baby voice as well, which, I don't know, is this one people's favourites, the baby voice? And we've also got
elder. I mean, I sound pretty old as it is, but this is the elder voice. Does that work on laptop? It does work on laptop. Absolutely does. And do you know what else it works on? Mobile phones.
Sorry, let me come back to my voice. I was getting a little bit carried away then. Amazingly, it works with mobile phones. Now, I wasn't sure if it would actually do that, because I thought that obviously the PC generates a decent amount of power, so that would obviously power it. I didn't think that my Samsung Galaxy would actually power this, but it does. And I did a quick recording yesterday to test it, which means that if you do live streaming from a mobile phone, you can plug your USB-C into the back of this, plug the USB-C into your mobile device, and then, rather than using the inbuilt mic on your phone, you can use an XLR microphone and go out and about and get much better audio than what you would from a mobile phone. What is my favourite mic that I own at all? See, I would have to go with the K688, just because it's the one that I use all the time. I've got it set up and I've never had a reason to change it for anything else. So some of these other mics may actually sound better than that one, but I'm an old man, ain't I? I'm set in my ways. As soon as I've got something that sounds good enough, I'm happy with it. You need it in your life. Yeah, so I went in my back garden the other day, plugged my Android phone in, put it on a tripod, recorded something using the camera app. I do need to test it on other software, so like Instagram or TikTok, something like that. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work if it's working in the camera app natively without me having to install anything additional. It should work for stuff like WhatsApp calls as well. So honestly, like $39.99 is crazy money for this. We also have this feature here, which is electric, which is basically auto-tune. So what I can do is carry on speaking. I can go through all these different settings. So apparently this is D. I can go to I think it's A flat. So I could start singing songs and just change the key that my voice is in. I could probably do with a bit of this. But I'll show you on that camera there. As I'm going through there and changing these, you'll see a little white light going through all these different ones. And it ranges from A down to E flat or E sharp. Can we see that on camera? Like, what's that little symbol? I think it's flat. Then if you do want to disable this, just hold the button down, and there we are. We're back to basically us speaking. Now, custom buttons, A, B, C and D, that will allow us to record things onto this button. So if I'm playing some music on the PC, for example, I can record up to 15 seconds with this. So if I hold that button down, you should see that it goes white, which means that that is capturing what it can hear. Then once you let go, that saves a recording. Then when I press that button, it will play back what I've just recorded. I do need to have a play around with that. Now, the other features you got as well is line in, line out. I'm kind of figuring this out myself as I go along. Line out will allow us to connect some speakers up. So if I want to basically plug my PC speakers into this, because it's a sound card as well, so all the audio will come through my speakers. So it's good. It's really good for the price. Now, as I mentioned at the start, you don't get equalization with this. So when you hear me, I'll tell you what, shall I switch? Let me switch over to my Go XLR, so you should be able to hear a difference with the way the microphone sounds. So let me mute this. Hello, 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 hello. Right, can we notice a difference in the way the audio sounds? Because what you're listening to now is my Go XLR Mini, not the Fifine mixer. Hopefully I've disabled it. Now, that's kind of the beauty of equalisation, where I can start messing about with like high ends and low ends. I mean, I'm not great with it. I literally found a YouTube video, copied the settings and just put it on the microphone. So you should be able to notice that it sounds different from that mixer to this mixer. And that's kind of why you're paying extra for like a more advanced mixer, where you can start kind of splitting things off. Whereas this is a very basic mixer, but if you do need a mixer, if you want to connect an XLR mic to your computer, that is a very cheap way of being able to do it. Plus you get the built-in filters as well, which I don't get with my Go XLR Mini, but I do with this. So if you're looking to use like voice change, for like $39.99, it's a ridiculous price. It really is. Seems a little louder. Yeah, I've got it turned quite a way up on there, to be fair. The actual audio quality should be a little bit different. So rather than the loudness, it's kind of manipulating my voice a little bit, so it should make it sound more radio-esque, if that makes sense. But I mean, that mixer was like, I don't know, about $200 at the time. That's like $40. And you get these nice RGBs as well. To be fair, I'll get them on that. But I think I should go back to this mixing desk, seeing as I'm speaking about it. So bear with me. Okay, that should be all good now. Right, let's
voice changing. Let's go female. So the good thing as well is if you do use this for your mobile phone and you're like calling someone on WhatsApp, you can actually enable the voice changer and it will come through and they will be able to hear it. Great for prank phone calls, to be fair. Never thought of that, but that's a good idea.
Let me disable that again. Because I actually can't hear what that sounds like because I've not got my earphones plugged in. But yeah, $39.99, awesome price. Normally $57.99. Sorry, let's go that scene so you can see Super Sale. And then let's go back. So if you've got yourself a condenser microphone, you need the additional power. You can do it all through this. I think I've got another microphone that might require phantom power, so I will get round to testing that. I want to test it with a mobile phone with phantom power, just see if it works. See if there's much in the way of battery drain. But when I had a quick play yesterday with it, I didn't notice any drain on my battery more than I normally would, which I was really surprised with. I'll have to watch it back.
watch it back and do the baby voice. Yeah, so it's obviously if you do live streaming, just these little voice changes obviously makes the stream more engaging. So yeah, it's great. I mean, what's $40?
Sorry. Obviously, I can just hear myself and I can't hear the baby voice. But for $40, that is extremely good. Obviously, it's not there to compete with the big mixers like the Go XLRs. But that has got its own place. If you literally want the cheapest way to hook up an XLR mic to your computer, that's a really good way. And obviously, if you want to use an XLR mic on your mobile device, very, very good. And you've got mute as well. So if I'm chatting and I want to mute during the stream, and there we are, unmuted. Now, once again, do we get any sound when I mute it? I'm going to mute it now. I can't breathe through laughing. I have to have this. It's good. It's good. And it's very simple. I mean, some of the stuff people probably won't even use, but the features are there if you do want to start using stuff like line-ins and line-outs. So if you want to hook speakers up, you can. Obviously, you don't need to. If you just want to use it to connect a microphone up, you can do that, and then you get all those features on the front as well. So, amazingly good. Is it just for XLR microphones? I get no sound when I mute. Tremendous. You can plug in I think it's one of those. So is it like a 1/4 inch? Might be one of those. So you can't plug like a USB microphone in there, unfortunately. But your USB microphones have already kind of got everything inbuilt into them anyway. So I was just looking for my AM8 on my carousel. There it is. Right now, I've not even touched on the AM8 yet. So the microphone you're listening to now, obviously has got no filters, because we can't put filters on unless I start doing voice changes. So you have been listening to the raw audio from this microphone, which, let me find it in my carousel. Well, not my carousel, on Amazon. Now, oh, here we go. It's time for another super sale, because this is on offer as well, this microphone. That's a shame. I mean, hello, hello, hello. Ooh. Sorry, I've gone very quiet. My bad. I've probably just like disabled something. I didn't mean to. So, you know what? Let's switch over to the other mixer. Bear with me whilst I do this. Hello, 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 hello. Right, that should sound better now. Okay, so this microphone is currently $46.74. Once again, I think it's the cheapest I've ever seen it. So, Fifine are having a right old sale today, and the sale's continuing tomorrow as well. We will be on tomorrow as well. We will be showing these microphones once again. So if you've kind of caught the repeat of this stream and you want to jump in and ask questions, we will be back tomorrow as well. Now, this microphone, we have the black version, $46.74. You can get a pink version or a white version, which are $1. I'm not good at maths. Let's just say $2 more expensive. It's a little bit less than $2. Now, this is a USB and XLR microphone, so very much like the K688. Captain BB? Dude, hello, mate. How are you? 50p in a Freddo, mate. You didn't even need to dish out the 50p. The Freddo is more than enough. Because with all the inflation and stuff, I think the Freddo's about £3.50 on its own now. But how you doing, Captain BB? Absolute pleasure to see you, mate. I need to kind of show this on camera, don't I? Oh, do you know what? I've not plugged my USB cable in either. Right, I need to plug USB in. How am I going to do this? I'll tell you what, shall we let me unplug my mixer and we'll plug this mic in, because this has got RGBs on and I'm just not showing you it in its full glory. Oh, you may have just heard my PC go a little bit crazy then. Okay, so you'll see on the bottom we've now got RGB lights going through the nice little static colour sequence. I could do with moving this over. Let me go to my wireless mic a moment. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, God, hiccups. Right, let me try and show this on camera a little bit. So this is your AM8.
I think you might tell your mum you're cutting now.
Oh, nice, okay. Now, nice foam filter. Mine's not in the best condition because my cats keep chewing on this. So we do have a mute button on the front, which is obviously green there, and red to say we are muted. Now on the back, let me hide that foam filter because I'm not really selling it too well because my cat's chewed it. On the back, we have a button on top, which is to control those RGB lights. So we can go through all the different colour sequences. And we've got that nice blending mode as well on the bottom. Now we also get controls for the gain and the audio monitoring. On the bottom of the mic, I've currently got an XLR cable plugged in. We've also got USB-C and we get audio monitoring as well. Let me just enable my lights back on there. And I think we should go back and have a listen. Hello, hello, hello. If you heard a big noise there, I think it's my cat that's jumping up the door wanting to get in. So, actually, let me just check my OBS. Oh no, it's actually picked up the USB as well. So this is running through my mixing desk at the moment. This is through the Go XLR Mini, not the little SC3 by Fifine. So I've just unplugged that to steal the USB-C cable to power this. Now, let me go to USB mode. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Sorry. Let me turn that down a little bit. I think that was a little bit loud. Okay, so this is the USB mode on this microphone. So you can connect it either way. Could you hear the cat? Yeah, she's got a tendency to jump up the door. Normally, yeah, because the other cat's kind of down there. Let me just loose the cat out. Bear with me. I just want to go back to my wireless mic whilst I do this. Right, back on the wireless. Right, do you want to go out, Sins? Come on, Sins. There you are, Loon. You okay? Not quite sure why I've not gone back onto my main chair and I'm still sitting on this stool. Right, there we are. Back on the AM8 microphone. So if you like RGBs, you'll like this because the RGB sequence is actually very nice on this. Especially that blended colour mode. I do really like that. Now, oh yes, the one thing I do want to show you as well. I'm going to have to go back to wireless mic a moment. Okay, now what I do like about this, let me just unplug my USB out of there. Just had a quick listen to it. Now, the stand is made out of metal, so well built. But on the bottom of this, I can probably show you on this camera. Can you see that mounting hole there? That is actually a 5/8 of an inch thread and a 3/8 of an inch, which means, you know how I say you've got a converter in the box? You don't need one for this because it's basically already inbuilt into the stand. So that is ready to go onto a nice robust stand or onto... Well, Loon, you're going on the windowsill. That was like, sorry. Oh, Voice is coming in with the questions here. Voice, are you planning on connecting through a XLR or through USB? Because I've got both microphones here. You can have a quick listen to both if you want to. Then you can decide which one you think sounds better. XLR mainly. Okay. To be fair, they both sound great through XLR. It depends really on, like, if you're using like a Go XLR Mini like I am at the moment, obviously whatever you select your equalization settings as will make a massive difference to the mic. If you're planning on using something like this, the SC3, then I will happily plug both into there if you want to, so you can have yourself a listen. Oh, there we are, using that mixer. Okay, I'll tell you what, I'll hook them both up. You can have yourself a listen and decide. So if I start making noises with the mics, I apologise. Sorry, there's me being very antisocial. I should talk while I'm doing this. Right, Andy, I need to figure this out now, because I'm down a USB cable. Right, if I unplug that, and we plug it into there, hopefully, that's going to detect my little mixer. Ooh, I think it has. Okay. Right, okay. Let me just turn that up a little bit. Bear with me. Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Okay, so this is your AM8 you're listening to. We are going through the Fifine mixing desk. I should really look at what my settings are in Windows for that as well. Let me just have a quick look. Choose inputs. Properties. Hello, hello. Right, okay, so this is your AM8 you're listening to now, going through the SC3. Then let me try and stretch this over a little bit. And I'm just going to mute it a moment whilst I pull the cable out, because I don't want it to send a shockwave through the stream. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so this is your K678. Hopefully I didn't, like, make a massive noise whilst I was doing that. Testing, 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 testing. Sorry, I was just turning the volume up and down on there. So my Windows settings are currently on 90 out of 100. My mixer is currently maxed out. It seems to have gone a little bit quiet. I've probably not plugged the cables in properly. So could you tell much of a difference between the two? Because I've not actually put these two side by side to have a listen to. But yeah, this is the K678, the one that is currently on my boom arm. Now this is the one that I use myself for kind of editing that I'm creating at the moment. Seems a little quiet, actually. Hello, 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 hello. To be fair, I don't even know why I'm messing with that because that's for the USB connection. Now I can add a little bit of gain to this. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, is that louder now? So I've just added a little bit of gain to the mixer through my OBS. And my bar seems to have shot right up into the yellow now, so it should be much louder. Lovely. Yes, so I'm using just a gain filter. So if I go... Sorry. I was muted then, weren't I? I got a feeling I didn't put the mixer on my other scene. Okay, I'll go back to the other mic now. Now we've put some gain on there. Now, I won't mute it, so you'll hear the cable making a noise, so bear with me. Alright, sorry if that made a lot of noise then. So according to you, which is better? Do you know what? I'll be totally honest, they sound pretty much the same to me as well. The reason why I use this myself is because I've already got it set up. I've just got no reason to change it for anything else because it literally does everything that I need. So I would probably go with aesthetics, like which one do you think looks the best? I mean, if you're travelling around, do remember as well, this one comes with a stand, this one doesn't. So you will need to purchase another stand with this. So if you want something straight out of the box you're ready to go with, probably go with the AM8. If you're going to start mounting onto boom arms and stuff, then, like I say, it depends on whichever one you think looks the best. They both sound really good to me. I'm kind of with you, like, I can't really spot much in the way of difference. So if you want RGB lights, AM8. If you don't want lights, K688, sorry. But yeah, this one will mount onto a boom arm as well. You don't need a converter for it. It's already got the converter built into the stand. Heard the AM8 is better and has better dynamic range. I mean, to be fair, I'd look at price. Like, this one is cheaper at the moment, the AM8. So if you're happy with the way that looks, because, I mean, sound-wise, they both sound great to me. So if you want RGBs, and if other people are saying that dynamic range is better, but yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like, when I just listen to both of them, they both sound very similar. And I mean, if we can't detect the difference, I don't think nobody else is going to, really. So yeah, just which one do you think looks the best? Which one is better for your pocket? But if you've got cats, don't let them chew the foam filters, because that's what's happened to mine now, because my cat's chewed it. But you can actually purchase replacement filters for these as well. So if you do have yourself a cat or a lion, I don't know what you've got, and to start chewing foam filters, you can actually buy replacements, which I keep meaning to do. I've just not got around to it. Handles plosive. Do you want me to do the plosive test? Okay. I mean, how close would you like me to be? Shall I just be where I am now? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. And I'll do the same with this one. Once again, sorry if this starts... Actually, I could just mute that, couldn't I? That worked out well, that mute button. Forgot about that. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. So you'll have to tell me which one you think sounded better out of the two. But do remember as well that if you've got this mixing desk, you've got the control to like lower the volume as well, which should help a little bit with those plosives. The AM8 was slightly better. Tremendous. There we are, go back to the AM8 then. Oosh. Yeah, you will want to speak directly into this front part as well, because it is a dynamic mic. So if I did my white noise test on it... Oh, I've just closed it down. So the main audio on the top here. Sorry, I did actually just hit the microphone as well. Didn't mean to. Do that one more time. Okay, so it should drown out quite a lot of background noise as well. But obviously you want to play around with the volume levels on your mixing desk. Mic on the boom arm seems better, but I like the sound from the AM8. There we are. I mean, it's kind of like anything in life, and it's just opinions. It's like some people love Samsung phones, some people love Apple phones. It's like, you just got to get what you think sounds the best for you. Yeah, I've got one more microphone that I've not shown as well, which is a weird looking mic. Oh. Not quite sure why I'm getting up, because it's down here. So if you're looking for a weird looking microphone, I've got a beauty right here. Oh, sorry. Too many tangle cables. Right, look at this bad boy. Now, I'll be honest, I bought this for a laugh back in the day. Because I thought it looks horrendous. No, it don't look horrendous. I bought it because it just doesn't look like a usual microphone. Looks like something you get in the supermarket. But then I was shocked because it was actually really good. So, this is your... Oh, have I... No, it's alright. I've muted the mic. So, do you know what? Let's just get into it. Let's have a listen. Hello, hello. This is your Fifine K052. So, a very weird looking microphone. Which, as I say, I bought it back in the day to do a review on, thinking that's not going to sound very good. And I was pleasantly surprised that it sounded actually amazingly good. Now, you do get a foam filter with this, which unfortunately my cats have eaten. Well, they were definitely chewing it. Whether they ingested it, I don't know. Funky little mic. It is. It's a weird looking thing. Let me. So, a very weird looking USB mic. And, oh, I didn't show you as well. Oh, sorry. It's typical Andy. I haven't set that up for that scene, have I? Sorry, thank you, Carvin. Let me run through that again. Well, I've just shown you some dimensions on it. So, we got some foam on the bottom there. We got some flexibility as well, so we can move the head. Position that how we like, and we can move the bottom as well. Move it away, move it closer to us. And we also get a volume control on the bottom. And also a mute button as well. So yeah, very weird looking microphone. Looks like something from the supermarket. But as I say, surprisingly sounded very good. I didn't expect it to sound as good as what it does. So what do we think? Let me know in the chat. Do we like the sound of this one? I mean, to be honest, it's not the microphone that I'm going to swap my K688 out for. But once again, if you've not got a microphone, you want to start somewhere, get your first mic, it will actually do the job, do it extremely well, I think. Considering it looks like a supermarket announcement mic, it's actually a really good sound. Yeah, it is. I'm quite impressed with it. I didn't think I would be, but I am. It's currently $25.99 as well. So we've got quite a selection of microphones that you can choose from today. Now, let me mute this. I'm going to go back to my wireless mic a moment. Hello, hello, hello. Back on the good old wireless, and it means I can put my ticker on. and I've got one more product to show. Do bear in mind, if you're watching this on catch up, we will be back again tomorrow. We will go through these microphones again. You are more than welcome to come and jump in, and I will show these and answer any questions that you may have. $25. $25. So if you're in the UK, what's that? Like 18 quid, something like that. Nice and cheap. Now, you know when I mentioned Apex earlier and PUBG, this is what I'm wearing there. I'm wearing the Fifine H6 headset. And you do get an inbuilt mic with this as well, which you can pull out, so you don't need to have the microphone if you don't want to. Which, to be fair, I don't understand why I don't unplug that when I play Apex, because I don't use it. I use my main mic. But we have some nice dancing. Hello, buddy. I saw you sneak in there. Press the run button as well. We do get some nice RGB lights on the side of this. Now, you've got no control over these lights. What you'll see in there is what you get. You can't disable those. So you will have some RGBs going on your ears. Nice little fine smile there as well. There is our microphone, which you can just pull out if you don't want to use it. We've got the R, the L, so we know which way to put them on, because I've actually made the mistake of putting headphones on in the past incorrectly. And I thought somebody was outside my building on PUBG, and it turned out it was my teammate inside my building. We spent about 5 minutes saying, there's somebody here, somebody there. Yes, Kieran, how we doing, buddy? Is the headphones light? Yeah. To me, they're very light. Now, I've only ever really used like very cheap headphones, and to be fair, these are cheap as well. These are like $39.99, because any headphones that I've used in the past, they tend to hurt the top of my head after a while. Luckily, I've not had that issue with these. Now, what you get with this as well is you get a remote control on the cable, which, come on, get in focus. There we are. So we do get 7.1 audio, which you can disable if you don't want to use that. We got volume controls up and down there, which changes the volume in my windows. On the side here, we have a switch which will mute your microphone. So on the bottom of the mic, we've got a red light, which means we are muted. Now we are unmuted. Now, you do get 3 EQ settings on this as well. So, on the back, you'll be able to see we've got, not too sure if you can see that too well, we have a music mode, a gaming mode, and a movie mode. And that is all controlled by tapping this button on the side. Now, what I found, for me personally, is I use the gaming mode for like anything. So, if I watch movies, I use the gaming mode just because it puts a lot of bass on there. Whereas the other modes, you tend to lose the bass from there. But again, it's going to be complete personal preference. Some people might like bassy stuff, some might not. I just know I tend to have it enabled. Thanks for your help. No problem, Vice. Do remember we are back tomorrow as well. So if you think of any questions by tomorrow, more than welcome to come and jump back in and ask me. But yes, Kieran, how you doing, buddy? How is life, mate? Yeah, so this is what I'm using. Got some nice padding on the cans. I think it might have been HT who told me these were called cans. And we get some padding on the headrest as well, which for a bald bloke like me, absolute godsend. Beautiful, beautiful. And yeah, well, I've actually won a few games on Apex. We've won a few games on PUBG with those. And because it's like 7.1 audio, if you've got people like above you, below you, either side, you can distinguish where they are. Which obviously, if you play Battle Royale games, godsend, you need to know where people are. What time are we up tomorrow? I think we'll probably do the same time as today, around 3:30. I will get it scheduled. So, you should all be able to see it. Plodding on, fixing an electric scooter in the background, mate. How are you? Good too? Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm not too bad. Best of luck fixing the electric scooter as well. I wouldn't even know where to start with fixing stuff like that. So, yes, we should... Well, we will be back tomorrow. and chances are it's going to be around the same time, 3:30 UK time. And I think I've gone through all our Fifine products. So yes, we'll do exactly the same again tomorrow. And I've got to do my little thing on screen again. Right, let me just turn that off a moment. Give it a few seconds while my Stream Deck just realises it needs to close it down, make it big. And here we go. This live stream was brought to you by Fifine as well. So very good products that they've got. If you're on the lookout to just start streaming, this is where I would start. I would start with the Fifine stuff. I really would. HT, bye Andy. HT, absolute pleasure as always, dude. I'll have a look at some Amazon sales as well. See if we can get some, what they're called, IMs. We'll have a look, mate. Caught you live again. No, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes, we will do the same again tomorrow. So all that's left to do is say have a good day to everyone. We're going to start closing some of these streams down. I am. Yeah, the ones you showed me before, I think they are on sale, but I'm pretty sure it's the sale price, what they originally were when we first looked at them. Yes, Fifine again tomorrow, mate. Fifine tomorrow. So we'll go through the mics, we'll go through the mixer again. And yeah, you're more than welcome to jump in and have a chat. And as always, absolute pleasure. Thank you everyone who has stopped by. And if you do decide to buy any of these Fifine products, drop me a message. Let me know what you've got. Let me know your thoughts on them as well. I would love to hear it. I did have someone who left me a message about the A6V, and they were extremely happy with it, which is obviously what I like to hear. There are many new ones at that price, actually. There's no sale going on there. I'm going to have a look, mate. Where does one drop you a message? You can drop me a message on... sorry, I've just clapped my hands and it's just peaked the mic, I think. You can message me on Discord if you want, mate. More than welcome. Right, we're doing one. Thank you, everyone. Oh, hang on. What is the best Fifine mic? Depends really on kind of what you're looking for. Do you want a USB mic or an XLR mic? And what kind of budget do you have available? You have yes, HT, I do, buddy. We'll join then. You are more than welcome. You should be able to just drop me a message in there. But Kenoe, I think I pronounced that right. Like the one you're listening to now, Kenoe, is a little wireless microphone. So if you want to do any kind of recording on a mobile device and you need to move around while you're talking, like we can now, have a little walk around. I can sit on my chair again, which is a bit of a bad move because I can't read the chat no more. My eyes are not as good as Superman's these days, so I can't see what people are typing. So I need to come back. Microphone for content creation. Okay. If you are looking for the cheapest one, which sounds good, and you're happy to use USB, I would go with this one, which I've got the cable tangled through 6,000 other cables. I did clip it on my neck before and it didn't sound as good as what I thought it would, or maybe it does now. Is that better? Not mobile, I'm PC. Right, okay, mate. If it's your first microphone, I would go with this one, which is the A6V. So there should be a link in the description. I will let you have a quick listen to it, mate. Let me enable it. Okay, so what you're listening to now is the A6V microphone. USB microphone, you got a nice little RGB light on there. You can't control that light, so that light sequence you're seeing now is what you're stuck with. If you mute the microphone, there's a button on top. That will turn the RGBs off. Stella, hello. Minnie, how we doing, Minnie? Sounds good. Sounds good clipped. Oh, maybe I should start using the wireless one clipped on my collar then. Probably won't knock it as much either. How you doing, Mini. I'm going to keep calling you Mini. Right, for this mic as well, we've actually got volume control on the bottom as well. So we can turn it up and down there. Connects through USB-C on the back of the mic. It connects through USB-A into your computer. It's got an inbuilt shock mount, inbuilt pop filter, and it's currently $27.99. So amazingly cheap. And I think that is the cheapest one that I've got on here today. Yes, it is. So yeah, $27.99. I have the K678. Do you know what? K678 is good. I probably wouldn't change your K678 unless you want to start going for a dynamic microphone like one of those or one of those. So if you've got a K678, it's probably not worth changing to this one unless you really like the RGB lights. Good, thanks, you alright? I'm good, I'm not too bad. I was about to go, then Kenhoe appeared wanting some advice on microphones. But yeah, I'm alright, just knackered. Just finished work sadly, hope you're well. No, not disturbing me at all. I'm more than happy to chat. More than happy. Are you still baking cakes? I want a cake. Do you know what? I don't want a cake. Look how fat I am. I need to not eat any more cakes. Ever. So actually, let's go back to the wireless mic now. Sorry, being an old man, it takes me a while to figure out where microphones are in my LBS list. The world needs more cake. To be fair, Stella makes really good cakes. She used to post them on Instagram and they were quality, they really were. Can you review a new... It's a budget mic, looks like a Blue Yeti. So I'll be the first reviewer. I'll make a note, let me just make a quick note. Where shall I put my note? Not there, because it's not logged in anywhere. Sorry, I'm not ignoring people. I'm just going to quickly make a note on that microphone. So a GAM DSFM M1. Okay, I've made a note. I'll have a quick Google search. You can send me a brownie. Minnie, have you seen how fat I am? What's for dinner? Do you know what? I'm not sure. I'm going to go back to eating chicken and broccoli, I think. I need to lose a little bit. Obviously, I need to put some gravy on there as well. Thank you, Calvin. I did just make a note. I've probably spelt it wrong, to be honest. What mic do you recommend for beginners? If you're a beginner, I would go with this one right here. The A6V. If it's your first microphone, you just want something that's plug and play, nice and easy. Don't need to install anything for it. Got RGB lights, you can mute the mic, pop filter, shock mount, got its own little stand as well, which you can change if you find the stand is not good enough. I would recommend that, especially today as well, because it's $27.99. Absolute bargain for that microphone. Nose on you, man. Did you... I haven't, mate. It's on my list of things to do. Thanks for the advice, I appreciate it. No problem at all. Yeah, Kanoe, I'm back again tomorrow doing another Fifine live stream. So if you do think of any questions, feel free to come and ask me tomorrow as well. Do USB to audio jack converters work? I think they do work. It's not something I've done myself, so I can't say if you kind of lose quality with the microphone. It is an Offspring t-shirt, it is. Let the bad times roll. With the old tour dates on the back. We went. So Caroline went and bought a couple of t-shirts. Would they work with a mic? There's no reason why it shouldn't work. So yeah, it should work. But I think if you've got a USB port, then... Or are you trying to go from a camera? If you're trying to go from a camera that way, I'm not sure if you'd have any issues with it. Once again, I'd get on Google, get on YouTube and have a look, because it's not something I've done myself, so I don't really want to say that will definitely work when it just won't. Off to see Blink. Oh, a bit of Blink 182. Yeah, I do like Blink. What's my age again? Oh, what's my age again? I do like Blink. Awesome. I hope you have a good time. Let me know. What do you think about Temu knockoff microphones? I've never looked at Temu, so I don't know, mate. I haven't got a clue. I'm not really doing well here, am I? Everything you're asking, I'm like, no, I don't know. I've never bought from there, never tried anything. I don't know. I've just bought from Amazon. Right, I think I should really just let you get on, shouldn't I? Right, do remember, back tomorrow. Same time as today. If you're not sure what time we started, I will schedule the stream. Just jump on the YouTube channel. You'll see it scheduled and you can hit the notification to come and jump in. So, thank you everyone. I will go this time, I promise. Really appreciate you all stopping by. Thank you for questions as well. Hopefully I've been able to help some people. If you want to listen to the quality on any of these mics tomorrow, give me a shout. I will happily show you. Always a pleasure to see you, Mini Pal. Enjoy Blink. Let me know. I've seen a U8 that's very cheap. Yeah, see, I'm always skeptical when things are that cheap. But maybe one day we'll get one. Right, okay, I'm going. Thank you, everyone. We will see you tomorrow.